Hello, fellow young professionals. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what part of the world you're joining us from. My name is Adedoyin Olaji, and I am a PhD candidate at Florida International University in Miami, Florida, USA. And I'm also blessed to serve as the vice chair of the Power and Energy Society Young Professionals. It is with mixed emotions that I welcome you all to the closing ceremony of our 2 week long epoch making conference, Powering the Future Summit 2022, organized by the IEEE Power and Energy Society Young Professionals. Although we are wrapping the summit today, I'm sure that the knowledge that you have gained, as well as the friendships that you have made at the summit over the past 2 weeks, will remain with you in the coming days. From all of us at Power and Energy Society Young Professionals, or PSYP, we are so grateful that you have spent the past 2 weeks with us, and we trust that it has been a very valuable experience for you, just as it has been for us. Without further ado, I now invite Simay Akar to give us an overview of the highlights from Powering the Future Summit 2022. Simay Akar is an entrepreneur with reputable corporate industrial background and experience in the energy industry. She specialized in photovoltaic manufacturing, battery storage for electric vehicles, and renewable energy technologies, and the clean energy market development. Simai is currently the Chief Commercial Officer and co-founder at Innosis. Akar has worked in China and Turkey and mostly focused on international commercial activities and has been employed by Sison Eurasia, Schneider Electric, and Lucida Solar. In addition to her professional acclimates, she is an IEEE senior member, acknowledged volunteer since 2007. Simay is a graduate of Middle East Technical University, Ankara, Turkey, and she participated in the Energy Innovation and Emerging Technologies program at Stanford University. Thank you for joining us today, Simay.
Adeline, thank you for the introduction, and thank you all our IEEE Partner Society Young Professional team who made this happen. Probably, just like that was a dream for our team over 2 years, and first Future Summit, and the second version, and we're growing. We're actually reaching more young professionals in our power energy industry with this initiative, with wonderful speakers, with one support behind. So thanks to all the support we get. So today we are sharing the proud. We're so proud of just like this initiative and this closing ceremony. So like probably we would like to thank all the participants from more than 40 countries. So like, so we just hit the registration numbers over 40 countries. And I hope everyone learn, share, and get inspired and inspire other people during this summit. And we had wonderful, knowledgeable leaders and 21 speakers in expertise in share their expertise in their field. So like during the summit for 4 days. So like in really great timing for the live stream event. So we have been live stream over the 4 days with the closing ceremony, more than 4 days, closing and opening ceremony. But all these sessions are available for your convenience, and you can go back to our IEEE Partner Society Young Professional channels and reach and enrich your knowledge in the Power Energy Society technical fields. So we are reaching more technical fields to give you more information and more knowledge in this field. So like this is not the only way we're reaching you out. So we're welcoming PS young professionals to support our team. So I would like to congratulate all the team members of the summit, all the committee members and executive board of PS Young Professionals who made this happen. And today we're sharing honor of being in the Power Energy Society technical fields and empowering each other with this opportunity. So I would like to also thank all the speakers who supported this, and we have a wonderful closing ceremony because Partner Society has leaders, empowering the other leaders, future leaders, and we are empowering the future of energy and power energy industry together. So like thanks to this support and advisory we get from the PS leaders over years, all the governing board members, and more than that, across the years. So we have so many other supporters who have been in our advisory board, and also, just like our mentors, they have been our mentors across these years. And today we are growing more and more together because we are stronger together. I would like to give the floor back and congratulate everyone behind Powering the Future Summit 2022.
Thank you so much, Simay, for giving us such a wonderful breakdown of how the summit has been. And truly, it has been a very insightful and valuable experience. So with us today, we have the privilege of having with us the Vice President, Strategy and Business Innovation at Quanta Technology. He has 27 years of experience, and he provides leadership to Quanta Technology in the areas of technology and business strategy, innovation, grid modernization, distribution systems planning, reliability, resiliency, and integration of distributed energy resources and emerging technologies. He has developed solutions in these areas for electric utilities and regulatory boards in the USA, Canada, Latin America, the Caribbean, and Asia. He is a senior member of the IEEE, a distinguished lecturer of IEEE PES, and currently serves as the Vice President, Membership and Image in the IEEE PES Governing Board. He has served as chair of the 2022 and 2021 Innovative Smart Grid Technologies Conference, North America, chair of the IEEE Distribution Subcommittee, chair of the IEEE Working Group on Distributed Resources Integration, editor of IEEE Transactions on Power Delivery, and editor of IEEE Transactions on Smart Grid. He is an adjunct professor at the University of North Carolina at Charlotte. And of course, I'm referring to the none other than Dr. Julio Romero Agüero. Thank you so much for joining us today, Julio.
Thank you, Ari. Thank you so much for that introduction and especially for this invitation. I have put together a few slides. I know that I only have 15 minutes. I have I think 12 slides or so. I thought that it was good to kind of summarize some of the topics that have been discussed during the summit. First of all, what I want to say is that it's been a pleasure working with the Young Professionals team, working with Simay directly, and this is a wonderful team. I think that you guys are very active, and I always enjoy participating in these activities. This is my second time presenting in the summit. I also participated last year, so again, it's a pleasure to be here. What I wanted to do today is to talk about a few big trends that we know that are happening in our industry, and especially to discuss how PES is a great place to get involved in these trends, in addressing some of the challenges related to these trends, and especially working on solutions. And I would say, I think that the future belongs to young professionals. I want to encourage you all to to continue volunteering and to continue recruiting more members, because we really need help to address what is happening in our industry. I mean, all of this is great. I mean, these are good things. I think that we are living through the golden age of electricity. The big trends that are happening in our industry involve decarbonization. Decarbonization is happening not only in our industry, also oil and gas. All industries are involved. The adoption of renewables, electrification is becoming a big trend. And I'm talking about electrification not only of transportation, but electrification in general. Digital transformation is a reality, big data, artificial intelligence. So we are going through the fourth industrial revolution. Of course, automation, machine learning, control systems, telecommunications. And the key thing here is that addressing all of this, all of the challenges related to these trends involves having the right engineering skill sets to plan and to design the power systems or the energy systems of the future. And also, we need construction capabilities to make this vision a reality. Of course, as sometimes as planners, which is one of my roles, or it's part of my background, you design you design the systems, you analyze the systems, but we need to make them real as well. We need to implement them in the field. So we need also those type of skill sets. It's not only about the theory and the analysis, but also about putting the systems to work in the field. So the grid in general is evolving from this, I would say, traditional or to some extent modern grid, in which we have some adoption of renewables, some adoption of energy storage, and some of these emerging technologies, into something that is going to look like this. I think that what is happening with distributed resources, what is happening with energy storage at end user level with solar photovoltaics is similar to what happened 30 years ago with the cell phone industry. So you guys are very young, so you may not remember, but let's see, 30, 40 years ago, we used to have landlines, phones at home, that conventional phones, landlines, and having a cellular phone, a cell phone was a privilege. I mean, you had to be rich to afford one of those. And today, we don't have landlines anymore. It's we rely on cell phones, right? So I think that something similar is happening with distributed resources. I think that we are seeing more and more adoption of distributed resources today, but I think that in the future it's going to be very common. It's going to be a standard feature of most homes. That means that we need to start planning and designing the system for that future reality. And I think that that's a role that young professionals are going to participate. It's an important role for you guys. So this is a reality. I mean, this is affecting everything, not only at end user or distribution system level, but also at bulk power system level. This is affecting load curves, the demand profiles of big systems like the California ISO system, just to give you an example. The famous duck curve that you may have heard about it. You can see in this chart how those load curves in that system have changed significantly. I would say in a matter of 6 years, 5-6 years, which is really nothing. I mean, it's a very short period of time. So imagine what may happen in the next 10-15 years, and as I said, you are going to see all of this. And at distribution system level, I mean, to see something like this in the past, when I was beginning my career, was completely unusual, completely unexpected. A distribution system that now is injecting power into the sub-transmission or transmission grid. I mean, this is now a reality. This is now very common all over the world. Another trend, another change that we are going to continue dealing with. This is going to be very, very common in the future, and this is going to drive additional changes to everything that we do, to planning, to operations. Now I think that we are going to be we're going to when we design, when we plan, when we operate a system, I think that we are not going to do it in a decoupled manner like we used to do in the past when we were planning transmission or distribution systems in the past. We used to do this almost like in a decoupled way. So I remember planning distribution systems or transmission systems in the past. Distribution was just an input data for planning, not anymore. Now that we have distributed resources in the distribution grid, now we are thinking about more granular analysis, more integrated analysis. So I think that that is going to be the norm in the future. Just another opportunity for young professionals. And regarding distributed resources, I think that we need to start planning the grid. We need to consider DER readiness. Basically, what I mean by that is that if we know that in the future or today, and in the future more and more, distributed resources are going to be a reality in every single home. So that means that distribution systems have to be DER ready. So we need to make them flexible enough, automated enough, robust enough, and resilient enough. So when we integrate distributed resources, that integration is seamless, and the distribution grid is actually ready to support the overall system as an active and dynamic grid. Electrification is another big opportunity, I think, for young professionals. The grids in general may not be ready for, perhaps they are to some extent ready for the adoption of residential transportation electrification. But I think that when we talk about massive scale fleet electrification, for instance, public transportation, or when we talk about fleets from service providers like Amazon or FedEx or these big companies, Pepsi, Coca-Cola, etc., the grid is in general not ready for that type of adoption of electrification. So this would be another opportunity for young professionals to come up with solutions, to identify impacts and potential solutions. And then remember what I mentioned at the beginning, it's not only about the analysis, also implementing this in the field. Climate change, another big opportunity. This is, unfortunately, this is a reality. More and more we are seeing the impacts of climate change. So we need to design a system, energy systems in general, that are resilient, that are robust, that are ready to withstand the changes, the impacts driven by climate change. Resilience is a big area in that regard, and resilience is holistic. It involves so many things. It's not only about making the grid, about hardening the grid against the weather events. It's also about deploying technology, about deploying processes, and about logistics. And it's so broad that there are so many different opportunities here too. And as you can see, IEEE and PES are leading the way. We are working actively in helping our industry in this area. And so let's talk about industry workforce need. And this is important because this certainly involves young professionals. What I can say here is that there is an acute shortage of the skill sets that you guys have. Digital and big data analysis, artificial intelligence, all of these new and emerging techniques that you're familiar with. We need those skill sets, and there is a shortage all over the world. I have had the opportunity over the last year to travel to different places. I was in South America a couple of months ago. I went to Singapore early this month, and the discussions are similar everywhere. Everybody needs, everybody's looking for young talent, and there is a shortage of that young talent. So I think that you chose the right career. There is going to be plenty of opportunities for you, and I think that IEEE and PS provide an unmatchable network of industry leaders and technical experts and mentors, and we are implementing programs in that regard. And we also have an extensive knowledge base. We have state-of-the-art resources, engineering standards, and we have technical committees, plenty of opportunities for you to volunteer and to contribute to our industry. And I would say that in general, what we have noticed in terms of membership in PS is that we are becoming a younger society, and you can see it here. In 2003, we had around 3,000 members in their 20s, basically young professionals like yourselves. And now in 2021, last year, that number had triplicated to close to 9,000. So that's great. It's a good thing. What we need to make sure, and members of the governing board like Ramakrishna and Hong, myself, we are working on that. What we need to make sure is that all of that young talent also gets involved in technical committee work and in contributing on the technical side of things to our industry as well. So to conclude, what I can say is that, PS is here to help you accelerate your career, to make sure that you have access to continuous education and to help you prepare to lead this industry and to address all of these existing and future challenges that are driven by the energy transition. And we are here to help you, but we also need your help to solve all of these challenges. So I think that the future of PS and the future of our industry relies on the strong leadership, commitment, volunteering, and innovative thinking of young professionals. So again, this is a pleasure for me to be here. I think that the future is yours, and we are here to help you again lead the future of our industry. Thank you again for this opportunity. Back to you, Adi.
Thank you so much, Julio, for highlighting the emerging trends, and thank you so much for your vote of confidence in us young professionals. Indeed, the future belongs to young professionals. That's really encouraging. Thank you so much. With us today to give us the felicitation, we have the honor and privilege of having with us Dr. Hong Chen. Dr. Hong Chen is a principal engineer at PJM Interconnection. She received her PhD in electrical and computer engineering from University of Waterloo, Canada, and ME and BE in power systems from Southeast University, China. She has 30 years experience within power industry and has been an active author, editor, and technical activity leader in IEEE. Dr. Chen is the current Vice President of Technical Activities and Chair of Technical Council at IEEE Power and Energy Society. Thank you for being with us today, Dr. Chen.
Thanks for your introduction, and thanks for inviting me to speak at this closing ceremony. Again, congratulations on the successful 2022 Power in the Future Summit. So I'd like to again thanks all speakers and attendees at this wonderful event with all this wonderful agenda for the 8 successful tracks. That's amazing. And the Power in the Future Summit is becoming an important PES event. So special thanks go to the remarkable contribution by all your organizing committees and all volunteers. So a couple of weeks ago, I talked about the goals for technical activities. So for the next 2 years, there are 3 main goals for technical activities: improving industry engagement, increase global participation, and engage young professionals in technical activities. So transforming power and energy industry will be facilitated by today's young professional. That's all you. So currently under Technical Council, There are 17 technical committees and 4 coordinating committees. You can find those information through PES website under the Technical Activity tab. You can also go to each committee's website, see what's the scope, officers and their contact, and also their activities. So we are currently recruiting young professionals into technical committee work. So you are encouraged to attend the committee meetings, webinars, workshops, and tutorials. I'll be part of the working group or task forces to write technical reports, white papers, or drafting or review standards. Or even you can serve as a webmaster or officers, as a secretary, chair or vice chair for our task force, working group, subcommittees, or even committees. So with that, I would like to offer 3 advices to you today. The first one is create your vision with courage. Now, vision can be a very big word, but also can be a personal commitment. And a vision could also be a legendary, especially in our power industry. Edison and Westinghouse debate on AC-DC power grids transmission paved the road for our today's power grid. And then reliability and electricity market were the dominant visionary discussion in 1990s and also early 2000. As Julio just mentioned, sustainable energy and infrastructure is our today's hot topic. So what will be the vision in the next 1 or 2 decades later? At the PES, every member can have his or her own vision. That's your vision, your view of your career and our industry. That's your professional journey you will decorate in the next couple of decades. So be brave, create your vision, share it with your peers at our technical committees where you can find your common value, get encouragement and support, and also spark new ideas and adaptive solutions. Of course, all visions need to be implemented through innovations. So my second advice to you is develop innovations with open mind. Confucius said, "No threesome, there must be my teacher." So a leader should always be open to different ideas and learn from your peers. So power and energy industry could only become today's largest industry system and the science domain through continuous integration of multidisciplinary science and engineering advances, and also maintain our evolution of our own power engineering theories. So transformative changes are being observed at the frontier of our industry. So to name a couple of things, for example, we are enabling large-scale renewable energy integration, DER and EV integration, IBR technologies, and associated integration challenges. These topics are covered by our technical committees. Another example, new transmission and substation technologies, the famous 1000 kV ultra voltage of HVAC, recent advances of HVDC, and hybrid AC-DC networks. These technologies integrate breakthrough in material science, equipment manufacturing, and power system engineering technologies, along with our traditional power grid planning and operation. Another example, energy economics create our modern electricity market design. Well, the supply and demand balance must be married with power flow theory to ensure our system reliability and economic efficiency. Through the past 2 decades practice of locational marginal pricing, we are seeing the opportunities to model uncertainty and improving human decisions in our market and system operation with the help of big data analytics and artificial intelligence technologies which you are good at that. So we must continuously improve our market design and operation tools to keep up with the changing world. I always enjoyed watching Marvel movies with my younger daughter, and she's in freshman in college right now. So just like her, I'm also fascinated by the Iron Man's fusion energy powered suit, the arc reactor. So today, we are still in the vision of developing large-scale energy storage and integrate them into power grid. So I know in the future, hopefully in a decade or two, we are able to hear your idea and your progresses on utilizing dependable, customized energy services at the customer side. Something like or even better than Ironman's arc reactor. So don't be shy. A good engineer would have the courage and also with open mind. So there are so many things to learn, master, create, and share. So please join PES technical committees with your interest, your vision, your courage to learn more, to contribute, and to create. So this third advice is build up leadership through knowledge sharing. So sharing has made us strong and powerful. Knowledge sharing is a core focus of our PES technical activities. So you can deliver webinars and panel talks. All these are archived at the PES Resource Center. You can join our working groups and task forces to develop a technical report and standards. And also you can publish papers in our PES transactions, journals, and magazines. So this is all I want to share with you today. And I wish you all have a successful career and enjoy your journey at PES. So back to you. Thank you for the opportunity again to speak here.
Thank you so much, Dr. Chen, for such a stirring felicitation. I believe I speak for all young professionals when I say that following what you've discussed with us today, we hereby commit to creating our vision with courage. We commit to developing innovation with an open mind, and we commit to building up our leadership through knowledge sharing. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, so right now we have Dr. Ramakrishna Rapagantu to bring to us a felicitation. He graduated in electrical engineering from MNIT Jaipur, and he had his master's in automation and control from PG School, JNTU Hyderabad, and obtained doctorate in electrical smart grids from NIT Tiruchirappalli, India. I hope I didn't butcher that too much. Dr. Ramakrishna has over 39 years of leadership managerial experience in the Indian power sector, which is NTPC Limited, and Power Grid Corporation of India Limited. He is currently the Chief Technical Advisor for Effica EN Smart Solutions Private Limited and the Senior Advisor for Power Research and Development Consultants Private Limited. Dr. Ramakrishna is also consulting independently for smart grids and smart cities projects in India. He earlier made significant contributions towards the development of India's first smart grid pilot project and effective management of 55 gigawatts Southern Regional Grid, along with its complex real-time operations. He has contributed towards the development of smart grid in India, both as an application engineer and a researcher. His interests include smart grids, smart cities, renewables, power system economics, and SCADA EMS. Besides being a Life Fellow and Chartered Engineer, Dr. Ramakrishna is an appointed member of the National Committee of Electrical Engineering for Professional and International Professional Engineers Certification and the founder fellow of Indian Technology Congress Association. He is also the founding member of BRICS Federation of Engineering Organizations, which promotes services for professional bodies of engineering technology students from BRICS countries' universities. Actively volunteering for over 30 years in IEEE and PS, he served IEEE in various leadership roles, including IEEE board members and delegates in 2015-2016 as the director of Region 10. Is currently serving on Region 10 Advisory Committee as well. He also received Technology Excellence Award in 2015 for promoting engineering professional activities internationally at the Indian Technology Congress for showcasing cost-effective smart grid technologies at Puducherry Smart Grid pilot project under open collaboration with many technologists, utilities, research, academia, manufacturers, and entrepreneurs. He successfully steered many IEEE international conferences and PS workshops. A regular invited speaker at many fora, Dr. Ramakrishna publishes in reputed journals and conferences. He is a versatile speaker and loves Indian classical music. He works for embedding human values in technology and management and strongly opines that values induction alone drives the technology growth for the benefit of humanity. That is such a robust bio. It is such an honor and privilege to have you with us today, Dr. Ramakrishna.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, and I'm really very happy to be with you all today. In fact, I thank Simay because she recognized, she was a part of my team when I was the Region 10 director in 2015-16, and she has rendered excellent service towards the young professionals community at the time. And I personally feel young professionals are the real future of not only IEEE, but the world. So what they should inculcate is values, Thanksgiving, because this is the week we just passed, and you should leave an impression behind when you complete this journey on this earth. What I mean is, we engineer many things in life, we graduate, we acquire a good knowledge, skills, experience, and all. But definitely, we are not full. We are not full human beings if you do not aim at doing some social good. So that social good with a tinge of having technology added to that, technology with a human touch, what I mean, that is what is technology is provided by the professional societies, especially IEEE, I feel. And I've been fascinated to work as a volunteer in IEEE for the last several years. And it is that engineering mind what it really inspires us for engineering the change of the society, change or impact of the social good. All these things are really brought together and knitted in a beautiful way by several of the societies of the fields of interest that interest many people, are members, volunteers across the globe in IEEE. And IEEE is that platform really which bring us together. Though we are several miles apart, but in the heart, we are all young professionals. Even I feel proud to be a young professional, and we are together, I think. What I feel is engineers make things that work, and they make things that work better, I feel, always. So engineering is behind everything we use, say from the apps to the bicycles, solar panels to life-saving medical equipment. So engineering everywhere. So the young professionals, they have to design, create, invent, and innovate, and they need to help they need to help and shape the future and make a difference in the world we live in. So there's a great responsibility and accountability for the young professionals. And I'm certainly trust and feel that IEEE can provide that platform, and it has been providing, because the last 10 years I've been seeing in IEEE in the board level also, young professionals get excellent support. And in the recent years, the development of the micro volunteering platform, mentee mentor networks, and the way they got connected while the pandemic is severe, through the virtual networks, how they really helped each other, that's amazing. And I feel that is the way we need to further our lives in technology development. I feel this young professional role is really of great importance. They have to bridge the gap, because the youngsters who are the budding engineers or the high school students, for them they have to give the proper mentorship, that what sort of engineering careers they need to pursue, why engineering has to be pursued like that, and they need to take proper guidance from the senior members or life members also. So that role of young professional is very important. And throughout the career of IEEE, I feel this phase of maybe 10 years, I think, is very crucial. And while mentoring and getting mentored also, the young professionals really develop themselves as a full-fledged engineer, which gives them a meaningful life and happy Thanksgiving for those who are really made them responsible for being today like this. Smallest example I will tell you, I provided, I have worked in India electricity grid, which is one of the largest synchronized grid with more than 250 gigawatt peak demand and all. In that, when we started the first smart grid pilot project, that is the experience what I got in IEEE as a region 10 director, getting involved with several knowledgeable people in different fields, different technologies. That brought me real good confidence to aim at handling this project. This smart grid pilot, what I handled, it was for a small electrical network of around 20-30 distribution transformers serving around 3,000 consumers. That helped us in a great way to bring these collaborators, 60 collaborators we brought. There are meter manufacturers, system integrators, hardware providers, communication providers, because we need everything in smart grid. That is a life, it's an integrated, holistic approach we need to have. So how to convince them to offer everything free of cost? Free of cost means they have to demonstrate their latest products in a common platform and a test bed. That really paved the way in India. That project, what I did in 2013, 2016, that project really helped them to around 15 or 20 pilot projects in India have taken off. And today, I think within 3-4 years, I think the government of India is planning to have around 10 billions of smart meters across and the whole country. They want to digitalize the total power. So that's what I'm telling is, working with IEEE is really a privilege for one and all, and in which I feel the role of young professionals is very, very important, and you should be role models. And to improve your membership, Julio was telling, in last few years, 3-fold development in PS it happened. We should aim at going for 10-fold in the next few years. It is not at all difficult. if you do meaningful activities which interest the youth, youth means the young professionals, younger generation, budding engineers, that how it gives back to society, how it is bridging the gap between the industry, academics, and research associations or research organizations. If you have the topic properly selected for an event, you will get excellent response. We have been seeing, in our last TND conference in New Orleans, we had more than 10,000 registrants were there. So we need to look at the topic, the current need of the day topic. You have to select the proper speaking personnel. Those personalities definitely make an impact. And of course, young professionals are always energetic. So they can, I am sure that they can make all these things happen. Nevertheless, Power and Energy Society has been providing great platform through its resources page is there. A lot of resources have been providing. You have heard from Hong and all, how the technical activities, how the standards. Everywhere, in Power and Energy Society, we are getting good support. I'm also happy to be part of the governing board. This society is the second largest society, and no sooner under the excellent leadership of our volunteer leaders, we'll be number one in coming 3-4 years time. We should aim for it, but not only aim, we should work for it. And in which I strongly believe that your role, young professional role, is very, very important. And whichever way I'm able to help you, I'm ready for that. I can mentor you, and we'll see. I think in the coming 2 years how the young professionals will take the lead, because as MELCC chair of MGA, I've been coordinating with the YP team in IEEE globally, and how they've taken Flavia and all. They have done excellent job. Now I saw this team doing very good events and connecting people together and inspiring. I think this is the way we should move further. And the IEEE and PS leadership especially, they're always with the young professionals, and we stand by you, and you should be vocal. As Hong said, you should come out without inhibitions, voice your opinions in all the platforms, and you see that what you want, you should get it. It will be done. I thank all the organizers for giving me this great opportunity, to share a few words. And definitely, I'll be with you. I can give another talk, which is more technical. And next year in the PS governing board, we are also having an ML position for the students and YPs representative. So that also can be heard in a higher platform. And I feel that, you get better opportunities, more opportunities, and you should shine well in future endeavors. Thank you all. Bye.
Thank you so much, Dr. Ramakrishna, for your commitment to support us as young professionals. Isaac Newton said that if I have seen any further, it is by standing on the shoulder of giants. So thank you so much for this opportunity to stand on your shoulders. And yeah, we'll definitely take you by your word, and we'll reach out to you for mentorship support.
Thank you.
All right, folks. So we have come to the very end of Powering the Future Summit 2022. I would like to give my utmost gratitude to various people who have made the summit a possibility this year. First of all, I would like to thank our sponsor, ABB. Thank you so much for supporting us. Thank you for also contributing in the technical track. I would also like to thank the Power and Energy Society Governing Board as represented today. We're so grateful and so honored by your presence, by your advice, by your support. I would also like to thank the PSYP Advisory Board. We're so grateful for everything that you represent and everything that you do for us within the society. And of course, I would like to thank our very eminent speakers who contributed in all the 8 tracks that we had over the past 2 weeks. Thank you for providing such valuable insights. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to glean from your wealth of experience and wealth of knowledge. I would also like to thank all our team members at PSYP. Thank you guys for working so relentlessly. Thank you for working behind the scene. Thank you to all the subcommittee leads, as well as every single team member from the marketing and communication team. Thank you guys. Thank you to the web design team. This definitely could not have been possible without all your help, all your support. And of course, last but not the least, I would like to thank you, young professionals, and our participants. This whole summit would not obviously have held without your presence, and we are so grateful that you really trusted us. You gave us access into your minds. We do not in any way take that for granted, and we say thank you. And so, folks, with that, it's a wrap. Sadly and excitedly, Powering the Future Summit 2022 has now come to a close. Thank you, folks.